1993-94 was an historic season for Swindon Town Football Club. For the first time in their existence, the Robins were up against the big boys as they celebrated their Premier League debut. It was a real test of character for new boss John Gorman. Life in the top flight was destined to last just 1 year, but the Robins won universal praise for sticking to the purest principles that won promotion under Glenn Hoddle. There was no shortage of entertainment or drama at the county ground.
Swindon countering with Nicky Summerby. Not a lot of support at the moment. Takes on Warthorpe, gets in a good-looking cross to Fjørtoft, and that's another one for Swindon. Jan Åge Fjørtoft just can't stop scoring.
That classic contest against Norwich produced a 6-goal thriller, and it was a season jam-packed with goals. The only problem was Swindon often conceded more than they scored, but on their day the Robins proved they could match the best in the land.
Away from Parker, not from Bruce though. Nyholt with a shot, took a deflection, he did! Luke Nyholt has equalised for Swindon Town.
It was a season that saw several new faces at the county ground. The big summer import was Norwegian international Jan Åge Fjørtoft. A £500,000 buy from Rapid Vienna. Fjørtoft took time to settle in, but when he finally got off the mark, there was no stopping him. Within the first 3 months of the season, Gorman added 2 more strikers to his squad. Andy Much, a £250,000 buy from Wolves, was the first to arrive. Then came Keith Scott, a surprise £300,000 signing from Wycombe Wanderers. Aussie striker Dave Mitchell, meanwhile, was off to Izmir in Turkey for a bargain basement £20,000, later to resurface at First Division Millwall. Glenn Hoddle was poached by Chelsea for derisory £75,000, and the Robins' other big disappointment was the departure of star defender Colin Calderwood. At least Spurs forked out £1.25 million for the 28-year-old Scot. Adrian Whitbread, a £500,000 buy from Leyton Orient, was a player signed to plug the gap left by Calderwood. Town's other summer signing was Luke Nyholt. A fee of £175,000 secured the transfer of the Dutchman from Motherwell. New boys Nyholt, Fjørtoft and Whitbread were all in the starting lineup for the Robins' first ever match in the top flight. A chain strip of yellow shirts and blue shorts was Swindon's choice for the opening challenge at Bramall Lane. But there was no dream start to the Robins' first Premier League encounter. The first half belonged to Sheffield United, who took the lead in the 21st minute when a free kick ended with Willie Falconer applying the final touch. A minute into the second half, Swindon hit back. A quickly taken free kick by John Moncur caught out the blades. An historic moment to celebrate. The Robins have scored their first goal in the Premiership. One goal apiece was how it remained until 14 minutes from time. But then came a looping header by Carl Bradshaw as Sheffield added 2 late goals to claim a 3-1 win. The Blades had shown no trace of sentiment on Swindon's historic debut in the top flight. 4 days later, the county ground staged Town's first ever home match in the Premiership. A crowd of just under 12,000 witnessed the midweek date against Oldham Athletic.
Halley. Oh, there's a chance here, is there? 1-0, and that surely is the winner.
Town's first taste of life in the big time was proving a painful experience. Defeated Oldham was followed by the first of 2 successive 5-goal thrashings.
As you can see, that's a superb ball for Andy Much, who goes for goal himself. It flashes across the face. Fjørtoft had taken up an angle for the cutback. Roddick's in there, Roddick scores, and that indiscretion by Nicky Summerby has been heavily punished. Jones has spent a lot of the time in this game as an attacker. Nicol, McManaman, that is sheer quality. That's what Swindon Town have got to deal with, and that's what delights Graham Souness. Steve McManaman, Swindon 0, Liverpool 2. Fjørtoft. His leg linking up with Horlock. Fjørtoft, a great chance. And in the context of the game, one really you feel that Swindon had to take. Ling. And here's Much. There was certainly a feeling down by the dressing rooms when Liverpool arrived. The young Swindon apprentices, trainees were trying to get autographs. A lot of respect for the visitors. But here's McManaman. And Liverpool lead by 3. And there's the difference between the two sides again in a nutshell. McManaman coming in. It's Ronnie Williams can line it up now. It's 4 for Liverpool. For Burrows, they're lining up Liverpool players in the box and outside as well. Marsh coming from the edge of the area. Marsh again. Oh, a terrific goal. He began his career as a striker.
With only 3 matches gone, Swindon had already conceded 9 goals. And there was no let up at the Dell, where the Robins were again on the receiving end of a big defeat. Matthew Le Tissier broke the deadlock when he swept home goal number 1. The Robins did have a golden chance to get back on level terms before half-time, but John Moncur let the Saints off the hook.
Nice 1-2 play by Summerby, picked up here by Ling. Knocked down for Moncur, chance here, oh, he snatched at that one. Another chance goes begging. Good work there from Maddison. And Southampton looking to add to that total, and there it is. Matthew Le Tissier, his second goal of the game, 52 minutes gone. Nicely switched out to Jeff Kenner. Support on the outside from Bartlett, but Kenner going inside. Oh, and he's beaten Digby with that shot. 3-0 the Saints lead. It's becoming a bit of a one-way system here as Southampton drill forward again, and surely Dowie was offside, but the flag stays down. 4-0. So Southampton having everything their own way at the moment. Another good ball through the middle. Taylor can't get hold of it. Into the net it goes. Maddison the scorer. 79 minutes on the clock. So Southampton under pressure here from Andy Much being held there surely by Moncau. And the penalty's being given. Referee Paul Durkin from Portland. This is Craig Maskell, scores against his former club.
Craig Maskell, a player destined to rejoin the Saints just a few weeks later. In the meantime, his first goal of the season had given Swindon only their second goal in 4 Premier League matches. The search for the first point of the season finally ended against high-flying Norwich City, thanks to an inspired display at Carrow Road.
Roel Fox has come over to this left-hand side, and here's Roel Fox coming onto it. Great save. Fox got the rebound, but that was a brilliant bit of play by Fraser Digby. Still dangerous though, as Crook gets it forward. Robbins posting in, Roel Fox, and now Swindon can clear it. And it's a lovely ball from McLaren, which Ling can't keep in. Brilliant play there as Fox put that shot in, but here's Sutton. Well, that was never a dangerous one. But the previous move certainly was an excellent bit of play. Coming in from the right-hand side, the defender looked as if he got it, but it was Roel Fox who put the drive in. Now it's Robbins here. Now in goes Fox when the defender couldn't get there. Now what about the goalkeeper? That was absolutely brilliant. Nieholt looking for Summerby. Bowen wins the ball in here. That's an unusual occurrence. McLaren getting it wide to Horlock, the left back. Good effort. That was a spanking drive from the 21-year-old left back that Scottish international Brian Gunn really had to look at.
The draw at Carrow Road provided Town with their one and only point in the month of August. 4 defeats meant the Robins were rooted to the foot of the table, already 12 points behind defending champions Manchester United. Swindon, one of only 3 teams still without a win. Not only had Town only won 1 point, they only scored 1 goal, conceding no fewer than 14 in their opening 5 matches. The situation didn't improve at home to Manchester City.
Ling, can he get round the outside? Decides to deliver the early cross, headed away there by Curl. Oh, that's a penalty, no doubt about it. And Swindon Town have a penalty for that rash challenge. And really, the referee couldn't give anything else. He was right on the spot. He was quite adamant. 31 minutes into this game. He's not wasting any time. Oh, and he's saved by Coton. Moncur. Oh, if he loses it there, they're in trouble. He's managed to come away with it. A good surging run. In fact, I think he was tripped by the referee there. Summerby caught. The referee plays on. Now he's blown his whistle. The goal won't count. And the one time that Swindon wanted the advantage, Mr. Cooper didn't play it. And Martin Ling's final effort dissolves into the night air. Summerby fires it to goal. Is there? A deflection. Nicky Summerby. An hour of the game gone, and Nicky Summerby is on the score sheet. Quinn got the touch, oh, and White missed it to the far post as a scramble. It's there, turned in. Nice little touch by McMahon. Flitcroft. Oh, Quinn's there, Quinn shoots, and that's his 60th league goal. Oh, that was offside surely, but no flag. A chance here for 3-1, and there it is.
Town's 3rd home defeat confirmed the size of the battle ahead, but the fighting spirit displayed at Norwich continued at Upton Park.
A neat touch inside to Moncur, who might try. Gets it through to Much. Brilliant save, McCloskey. And really Much will be kicking himself there. Rowland. Jones held. He's got Holmes. He might go all the way. Jonesy! Oh! Bishop does well. This is Jones again. Great save, Digby. Great save. And look at him go. The referee's playing advantage. Rush has Breaker on the overlap. Might try a shot. He does. Brilliant shot. Digby made a superb save. Dix headed out for a corner. He hit the referee. And would you believe it? Now Jones is in with a chance. What can he do here? Brilliant save, but can he follow up? Oh dear, oh dear.
The Robins' 2nd point of the season was a welcome boost. Surprisingly, both successes had come away from the county ground. The home match with Newcastle United was destined to provide the first positive result in front of Swindon's own fans.
Clark nips in, finds Cole. Shot comes in, oh, tipped over the top by Digby. Hazard wide to Bowden now. Back with Bowden. Oh, it's over the top. Cole's after it. And gets it. Looks for support. Finds Clark. Narrow angle. It's in. Back with Summerby. Wide far side. Ling's there, sweeps it in. Header comes in. Oh, hits the crossbar, and it's in! They're claiming a goal, and in fact the referee has given a penalty kick. I'm not quite sure why. The cross came in from the right. The header from Fjørtoft hit the bar. Bowden, I think it was, or Moncur following up, headed it down, appealed that the ball had crossed the line. One of the Newcastle players, in fact, must have handled it on the line. So Paul Bowden gets the opportunity to bring Swindon level. Oh, and Wright saved it. Newcastle break with Allen. Good run from Bracewell. Great ball in from Allen. Oh, he's pulled down. What has the referee decided? It's a Newcastle penalty. So Bowden missed it from one end. Allen with Digby. No trouble with that one. Needholt, can he get the cross in? Drills it across. Little dummy. It could be, it is! Oh, what a beautifully worked goal. Martin Ling, the goal scorer. But all credit to Needholt for the opening. Spread the ball in. A little dummy from Moncur. Ling burst through. A fairly static Newcastle defence. And Swindon Town, who looked dead and buried at half-time, right back in this game. Suddenly there's a renewed step in the Swindon attack. The cross comes in, Much with a header! Oh, he's equalised! Andy Much gets his first goal for that club. What a transformation. Mickey Hazard it was who started it all. The ball onto Ling. Bowden coming up on the far side. A long deep cross, and Andy Much, as he did so often at Wolverhampton Wanderers, rising at the near post to bury the header.
It certainly was a brilliant fight back by Swindon Town, rounded off by a super goal and the celebration to match.
What's the spirit like in the side?
I think you can see that from the second half performance. I mean, I thought we didn't play that bad first half really, and should have come in maybe even Stevens. We didn't, and our performance second half warranted what we got then.
Well, we need to finish our chances. You know, I was as guilty as anyone today. I've had a great chance, and especially from the penalty spot, and that's what we've done all season. We haven't taken our chances, and I think that's something that the Premier League, especially the strikers, I mean, they're so clinical, and I think that's something that we've got to learn.
Without a win, Swindon gratefully gather up any crumbs that are offered. Wolves the unlikely benefactors. Splendid shot though by Nicky Summerby, creeping inside Stowell's far post. More than a passing resemblance in Summerby Jr. to his more famous dad. Questions about Wolves' defence persist, even in a team weakened by injury. No marker here, two going for and missing the ball. The predatory Andy Much just knew it would happen. 2-0 Swindon.
I mean, are you impressed with the standard of play in the Swindon side?
I think he's got an abundance of quality, and I just feel as though we've been a little naive at times, and defensively we're still a little naive, and that'll take a little time just to come together. Unfortunately, you don't get a great deal of time in the Premier League, and we've just got to do the best we can.
The Coca-Cola Cup triumph against Wolves meant Town had strung together a three-match unbeaten run. But next on the menu was a trip to Old Trafford, and the Robins knew what to expect when Andrei Kanchelskis gave United the lead.
Oh, that's beautifully played, and away goes the Ukrainian with the blistering pace. They can't get at him, he scores 1-0 just 4 minutes into this game. So just about 3 minutes left to the interval as Sharp plays the ball over the top. Oh, and Cantona's got away. Neidholt can't get to him, nor can Taylor. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. Sharp again. Nice ball played through. Sharp gets the cross in. 3-0. Hughes the scorer. So Swindon, they've played a lot of good football here this afternoon, but trailing to the champions by 3 goals to 0, and Much pulls one back there. Nice flick by Andy Mutch. Nice ball in here. And Andy Mutch just gets the touch there, enough to deflect it past Schmeichel. 3-1. Long kick there from Fraser Digby. Helped on here, and Mutch with a clever back heel there. A penalty, is it? Well, Paul Parker made the challenge. Referee Joe Worrell points to the spot, and a chance for Paul Bodin. Oh, beautifully taken in the top left-hand corner. And we have a 3-2 scoreline here, with just 3 minutes left for play. Swindon Town very much back in this game.
And Swindon Town penalty scoreline number 3, Paul Bodin.
Ince rode that challenge from Luke Nyholt, gets it square. Hughes turns it in.
Swindon had gone down in style, but despite the credit they earned for their contribution to an entertaining contest, the harsh reality of the Robins' position was confirmed by a look at the league table. Level on points with Southampton, but a massively inferior goal difference meant the Robins were still in bottom spot. The month of October began with a visit by high-flying Blackburn Rovers. Ominously, Swindon were up against ace marksman Alan Shearer, who was out to impress watching England manager Graham Taylor. And surprise, surprise, it took Shearer just 13 minutes to make his presence felt.
Warhurst with a nice flick, and it's Shearer. Shearer on goal, 1-0. Somebody with the corner then. Taylor, and it's there! Sean Taylor heads home the equaliser. A desperate effort to clear the ball off the line. The ball had beaten Bobby Mims. The too much power in that header from Sean Taylor. And Swindon Town are back on level terms. It'll be twice being called into action in the space of a few seconds. First from Kevin Gallagher, and then from that man Alan Shearer. Rovers pressing forward once again, and it's Shearer. Ball through to Ripley. Ripley squeezing the ball in. And Digby. They left a little bit too much room there. Still without a win in the Premier League. It's their 10th attempt. Shearer has beaten his man. Could this be the final nail in the Swindon Town coffin? It is. Alan Shearer.
Next came the Coca-Cola Cup return with First Division Wolves. The match was almost an hour old when Swindon finally broke the deadlock with a goal by Nicky Summerby. That made the aggregate score 3-0. But then came a late fight back by Wolves that gave Swindon a real scare, beginning with an equaliser on the night by Derek Mountfield. That was in the 81st minute. Then, with just 2 minutes left on the clock, Burke further reduced Swindon's lead. But that was how it ended. The aggregate score, Wolves 2, Swindon 3. Meanwhile, the search for points in the Premiership continued at home to Merseysiders Everton.
As he headed across, the shot coming in, it is a goal! Number 11, Peter Beagrie. Andy Mutch putting off defenders. Bodin's header, chance here, yes! It's there! Sean Taylor stole in behind. Bodin it was who knocked it across. And with 1 minute left of normal time, it's Swindon Town 1, Everton 1. No more than the home side deserve.
Sean Taylor's last-minute header had secured Town's 4th point of the season, but with 11 matches gone, Swindon was still bottom of the table, a point behind Southampton. Next came a showdown with a Spurs side now managed by Town's former boss, Ozzy Ardiles.
Fall is quite nicely for him. Here's Dazelle! He's goal! That's a great finish from Jason Dazelle. Bodin floats it in. Only half cleared. The Clemming handball again. And a penalty's been given. Well, this time he's given it. The Welsh international levels it. 1-1.
3 days later, Swindon arrived at Portsmouth in round 3 of the Coca-Cola Cup.
Made a present of the ball to Bowden. Simons. Yes, they're onside. Here's Walsh. McLaughlin's on the back post. Pompey's leading goal scorer gives them the lead. It's short involving McLaughlin. Walsh! Walsh again! That'll do! There's surely no way back for Swindon now.
Indeed there wasn't. Swindon were out of the Coca-Cola Cup. The next challenge was a home encounter with Aston Villa. Despite a fine start, the Robins were again left still seeking their first Premiership win.
Andy Much goes down under a strong challenge from Ekiog. I'm not quite sure what the referee has given, but he's walking to the penalty spot. Well, he didn't make it all that clear to start with. Keith Burge, he pointed in that direction, but there was a little silence of doubt around the county ground. Well, it was a strong challenge into the back of Andy Much, and the home side with an opportunity to open the scoring with a spot kick from Paul Bowden. He's got 2 from the penalty spot already this season, and this to put his team ahead. Now, has that set up a sparkling afternoon for Swindon, who lead in the Premiership game against Aston Villa? Parker knocks it in. Sean Teal. Oh, isn't he thrilled at that, Sean Teal? Townsend who takes it. Cut out by Sean Taylor. Richardson. Now Townsend. Cuts it back. Atkinson. Simple. Well, who said he hadn't had much impact on this match? Just needs a sniff of an opportunity. Paul Bowden. Horlock. Oh, great effort from Horlock. And a good save too from Nigel Spink. Moncur. Oh, Myholt, how did he miss it? He's right in front of goal. He's inside the 6-yard box. Knocked in by John Moncur. And somehow, look where he's standing. Little side foot, wide of the target.
We've committed ourselves today. We were totally committed, and the lads gave everything. I couldn't ask for any more from 13 players that were involved from Swindon Town.
The month of October had failed to produce a single Swindon win, and that of course meant the Robins were still rooted to the bottom of the table. Now 3 points adrift of Southampton, and 6 points behind Sheffield Wednesday in 20th place. The month of November began with Mickey Hazard completing a move to Spurs, a surprise signing by his former Swindon boss Ossie Ardiles. Meanwhile, John Gorman's surprise move was a £300,000 signing of Keith Scott from Wycombe Wanderers. With 15 goals to his name already since the start of the season, Scott has scored 1 more than the entire Swindon team. Scott's signing was preceded by a 3-0 thrashing at Wimbledon that confirmed Swindon's position at the foot of the table. Dean Holdsworth completed the Dons' victory with goal number 3 in the 71st minute. 48 hours after signing on the dotted line for Swindon, Keith Scott made his debut in the home match against Ipswich Town.
Oh, that's a good ball. Bowden, can he deliver the cross? Well, blocked in the end by Youts. Oh, it's there! No! Andy Much, the scorer, is 4th of the season. We're 3 minutes into this game. It's Swindon Town 1, Ipswich Town 0. And while the Ipswich defence tried to pick up the 2 big men, Keith Scott and Sean Taylor, in fact the goal disallowed. Well, the celebration's short-lived. A little push there by Walk on Andy Much, not spotted by the linesman who was about 2 yards away. Horlock's cross, a good one too. Header from Ling. Ling shot! Oh! Off the underside of the crossbar. How unlucky can you get? 15 minutes into this game. And Ipswich survive again. Milton's cross. Marshall got the touch, and it's there! John Mork, the scorer, against the run of play. Bowden, good clever play from Swindon. This is Horlock. Good return, can he get the cross in? He can, it's not a bad one either. Oh. Ling came rushing in, this is Nyholt on the ball. Turns it to Fenwick. Fenwick clips it in, it's there! Keith Scott scores on his debut! 45 minutes on the clock. Is Swindon Town 1, Ipswich Town 1. Kwame stealing in behind, he's got in behind Horlock. Chance here for Ipswich to take the lead. That's a penalty. So it's up to Fraser Digby or John Walk, and Walk slots it in beautifully. Fenwick. This is Ling again. Tries the 1-2 and he goes down under the penalty. Well, who will take it? Will it be Paul Bowden, who of course missed from the penalty spot in that vital World Cup qualifying match in Cardiff on Wednesday night. He struck the crossbar with his shot. Has he got the bottle to take it here? Well, there's 16,000 or so people hoping he puts the ball past Baker here. And he does! 2-2! Absolutely hammered it into the net. He made sure that time there was no question of it clearing the bar. And Paul Bowden has buried that nightmare from Wednesday night.
15 Premiership matches had now been completed without a win, but no one can fault the Robins' desire to get it right. The contest against high-flying Queen's Park Rangers produced an admirable display of character.
Holloway looking for Ferdinand again. Oh, it's off the bar! Tremendous header coming in there from... was that Holloway that got the header in? Oh, it's come out of Bowden again from Scott. That's not a bad ball in. The header there, it's there! I think Scott got the last touch. 2 goals in 2 games for Keith Scott. And Swindon Town take the lead. 36 minutes gone. The 9 men go 1 up. Tensions running high. A little push by Bardsley on Scott again. And there it is, it's all over. What a victory for Swindon Town. A night of history as Swindon Town register their first ever victory in the Premiership.
No, it was thoroughly deserved, Colin. Shouldn't have, as I said, we shouldn't have waited this long for it to happen because we don't deserve this, you know. And as I said, there's been many people writing into newspapers and things like that saying that there's no spirit in the team. Oh, are they joking or what? I mean, spirit. Have you ever seen spirit like we've got here? I mean, to be knocked continually for being bottom of the league when we don't deserve to be, because we've been saying it all along. And thankfully, you're one of the people that's been backing us up. We've proved again that against all the odds that we can do it.
Swindon Town had finally made their mark in the big time. A giant boost for John Gorman and his players. But he was back to earth with a bump at Elland Road. Rod Wallace added the second of 3 Leeds goals, but Swindon never deserved to lose by such a big margin. With 17 matches completed, it was no surprise that Swindon were falling further behind at the foot of the Premiership table. 5 points behind Southampton, Chelsea and Oldham. 1 solitary win gave the Robins little cause for comfort. They clearly face an uphill battle to get out of trouble. The month of December produced no fewer than 20 goals. Sadly, 12 of those were scored against the Robins. But there were no goals at all in December's opening match against Sheffield United. Like the Robins, the men from Bramall Lane were deep in the relegation battle. A win for Swindon would have put them 3 points behind the Blades, but this was a contest dominated by both goalkeepers. The nearest the Robins came to breaking the deadlock was a point-blank effort by Keith Scott, denied by Alan Kelly.
My tactics at half-time is, come on, let's get it down, let's pass, let's create more chances. It's my way of playing. But there is games where today you have to battle, and we showed we can battle.
And Oldham have a free kick in a dangerous position. Redmond and Jobson, the two centre-backs, both forward for this one. Oh, it's gone straight in. Rick Holden gets his first goal for Oldham Athletic since his return from Manchester City, and it came direct from the free kick. And again, Swindon break. Here's Kevin Horlock. Bowden. Oh, he's got a good ball in too. Oh, and it's gone in, and Swindon are level. Well, they've threatened all evening, or certainly all the second half, as Oldham have hung on to this one-goal lead. And in the end, it's Andy Much in the 66th minute. A little over 5 minutes remaining. Holden's corner. Again, it's headed away. Haller, it's in! It's Redmond, in fact, who's got it. Steve Redmond makes it Oldham 2-1.
Swindon were just 6 minutes away from a valuable away point at Oldham. 4 days later, they almost pulled off a brilliant win at Anfield.
And away come Swindon Town. Oh, and he slid it in. John Moncur, right on the hour. What a great goal that was for Swindon Town. They take the lead here at Anfield against Liverpool. Beautifully placed past Bruce Grobbelaar's reach. McManaman's corner kick. Oh, they missed that one. Picked up by Ruddock. Played in. Good save. Oh no, it's in. John Barnes, the scorer. 1-1. So Swindon, who've covered themselves with a great deal of credit here at Anfield this afternoon, coming forward again through Horlock. Horlock gets the cross in. Back at the far post, a chance here, screwed in by Keith Scott. Much got the first header in. Keith Scott swiveled and drove it past Grobbelaar. And for the second time, Swindon have taken the lead here at Anfield. We're in the 74th minute now. Scott blasting it past Grobbelaar. McManaman's corner again, caused trouble before, and again for Swindon, the header from Mark Wright.
Wright's equaliser came just 4 minutes from time. Nonetheless, the Robins had done themselves proud.
And today we're very disappointed not to come away with a victory at Anfield, and you know, credit to the team. I thought they were magnificent today, but credit to Liverpool as well, because they just never give up.
Next came a home encounter with Southampton, who started the day just 3 points ahead of the Robins.
Bowden, chance for the shot maybe, Paul Bowden. Bowden's through, the Welsh international, 1-0! Oh! He just collected a Welsh cap before the game, presented to him on the pitch. He's opened the scoring here with a brilliant solo effort. Paul Bowden's 5th goal of the season. 10 minutes into this game, it's Swindon Town 1, Southampton 0. Picked up nicely by Maddison. Good move developing. This is Letizia. You'll fancy him to score. He does. 1-1. And Keith Scott having a running battle off the ball. Scott with a header. Oh! They were pushing him all over the place, but they pushed him into the wrong place in the end, because he was perfectly situated to head that one in. And Dave Besant couldn't react quick enough to keep that one out.
At half-time, we were quite happy with the way things were going, because the conditions didn't help. Very, very blowy, very swirling the wind. But we thought that if we come out for the second half, still continue to play our football, keep it on the floor, then we were quite confident and positive that we'd get openings. Unfortunately, we did, and maybe thanks to the goalkeeper, it would have been a bit more.
The pre-Christmas joy against Southampton was followed by festive gloom against Arsenal. The Robins crushed by 4-0. Ian Wright following up a hat-trick by Kevin Campbell with a glorious final goal in the final minute. 48 hours later, it was a far different story against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough, where the Robins starred in a real seesaw contest.
Moncur, good ball from Moncur. Much was in there, and a goal scored. Andy Much, the 5th of the season for the former Wolves striker. Just 6 minutes into this game. Beautiful ball this from Moncur. And it was Andy Much who got it in at the far post and then went down injured. Hyde. Picked up here by Waddle. Nice little chip over the top from Waddle. The ball comes across, and an easy one there for Mark Bright. It's taken Sheffield 2 minutes to reply. Fenwick. Nice ball into space. Shot coming in from Maskell. 19 minutes gone, and Swindon take the lead again. It started from this ball from Terry Fenwick, beautifully placed into the space behind the defenders, and Craig Maskell was on it in a flash and drilled it well past Pressman. So here comes Nigel Worthington. Hyde waiting for the short one, but the long ball played in. Oh, and Digby in trouble there. Digby still down. The whistle hasn't gone. The shot comes in way off target. Trouble here for Swindon, and it's turned in by Gordon Watson. But Fraser Digby is still down injured. And Swindon will be wanting to know why the whistle wasn't blown, but really the referee couldn't, as Sheffield Wednesday attacked. It came from this initial collision there with Gordon Watson, and down went Digby. No goalkeeper in the Swindon goal as all these shots come raining in from Sheffield. The defenders do what they can, but they can't keep out the final strike from Gordon Watson. And Digby having to leave the field. Hammond coming on. It looks like a shoulder injury. Worthington again involved. Nice ball across. Turned. This is Waddle. Deflection there. Shot blocked. But still Sheffield Wednesday in possession. Oh, they're all going in, 6s and 7s there, and they're queuing up for that one. Watson the scorer again. 3-2, Sheffield Wednesday lead. So Swindon, who've played so valiantly, so bravely here this afternoon, still trailing by 3 goals to 2. This is Andy Much. Good ball in by Much. Oh, what a header from Craig Maskell.
Craig Maskell's dramatic last-minute equaliser was just reward for Swindon's battling effort. A high note to end the year on. But the league table confirmed the story of the Robins season so far. 1993 had ended with John Gorman's men propping up the rest of the Premier League. 4 points behind Sheffield United, Southampton and Chelsea. The men from Stamford Bridge were the Robins' opponents on New Year's Day. It meant the return to the county ground of Glenn Hoddle, back for the first time since he took over as player manager at Chelsea.
Dennis Wise then. Oh, off the line, it's in! Oh, they didn't clear the lines. Steen getting to it before Taylor that time. Clark's header. Shipley laying it off for Burley. Good ball in, and they've got in behind the defence again. Peacock with a shot. Good save by Hammond. Is still bobbling around in that goal mouth. It could be anybody's. It's there. Shipley. It hardly did any time on at all in the first half. This is Spencer with his first touch. Gets the shot in and forces the save out of Hammond. Has to say that Hammond's had to do make more saves than Dimitri at the other end. Wise is there, he's hit the post and it's in, and that sealed it for Chelsea. So Hoddle's come back to his old haunts and conquered. This is Bowden though. Swindon have got one back. Andy Much the scorer. Quick and decisive, but it's come far too late. We're right on the 90th minute.
A sad day for the Robins as Glenn Hoddle's Chelsea ended their worst ever spell with their first away win in 23 matches.
And can Swindon still turn their corner and get out of trouble?
I certainly hope so. I mean, they've got the fighting spirit, they've got quality players. I mean, it even showed today at 3-0 up. You know, we were 3-0 up and they went up the other end and scored. And I mean, that shows that they've got the spirit to keep the thing going. And I certainly think there's, you know, we've played against a lot of the teams this year and they cause us as many problems as some of them. So they've got a good chance, yeah.
Defeat against Chelsea was a painful blow, but Swindon pulled themselves together 48 hours later at Highfield Road, where they staged a late fight back. Roy Wegerle thought he'd scored the winner when he broke the deadlock in the 73rd minute.
And Wegerle's found space on the right-hand side, and Wegerle scores! He drilled it high into the net. 73 minutes gone, the breakthrough at last. So Swindon have played a lot of good football here this evening. Ling's cross, we're in the last minute. Oh, and the great strike by Andy Much. 3 goals in 3 games, his current form. 1-1 the scoreline.
In the third round of the FA Cup, Swindon had been given a home draw against Ipswich Town, and again the Robins had to stage a fight back.
Marshall up against Whitbread, finds Stuart Slater, turns it back again. Marshall with a shot. Oh, beautifully executed goal. Absolutely superb. Ling, Horlock to his left, chance for the cross. Drilled in a low shot, Bowden there, must be a goal. Andy Much the scorer. He hit it on the turn. Well, Horlock homed in on goal there. They were expecting a high cross, I think. He drilled it in low, as sort of a cross-come shot. And the Ipswich defence unable to clear. And right on half-time, Andy Much has squeezed in the equaliser.
Goal a game, Andy Much made it 4 out of 4 to earn a replay. But first came a real hiding at Everton.
Here's Horn. Jackson. Ward. Space for Jackson. Cotty. Ebrel. Yes! Here's Angel again. Beagrie. Element of surprise. It'll come for Ebrel and for Cotty. And Everton double their money. Hinchcliffe. Away by Horlock. Now Ebrel has gone down clutching his face. Everton surrounding Andy Much. And Gerald Ashby has another flashpoint to deal with here. Well, there was an elbow in the face. Now, will Andy Much be out of the game? Yes. Rode into Moncur. Now Summerby. Good cross of the ball, Nicky Summerby. Moncur! Oh, how often does it happen? The 10 men are back in business. And John Moncur, who scored a beauty at Anfield last month, completes a Mersey double from an excellent cross by Nicky Summerby. And Swindon Town are back in the hunt with 11 minutes of the second half played.
given away by Snowden, and here's Bodin, and that's 2-2. And Swindon Town just haven't read the script. Paul Bodin cashing in on a careless piece of play by Ian Snowden, and Swindon Town, since the dismissal of Andy Mutch, have turned the game around. Beagrie. In towards Angel. Oh, off the bar and in by Abbott. Gary Abbott succeeds where Matt Jackson failed. And Everton are back in front. Ebrel again. On towards Cotty. Taylor struggling to get there. Cotty has got there. Do it. Swindon are pushing out though. Here's Cotty. Ward's made a run ahead of him. Here goes Mark Ward. Pushed over by Lindsay. Penalty. Oh! Hat trick for Cotty. It just got there. Snowden. Stuart Barlow, who's very, very quick. In towards Angel, they're almost looking for him. Header on by Ebrel, it's in by Beagrie.
A 6-2 scoreline was flattering to Everton. Swindon hadn't played badly, but goals win games, and the Merseysiders have made their chances count. Not a good result to get in the right frame of mind for the FA Cup replay at Portman Road.
Marshall with the flick. Stockwell trying to get through a chance here. Great save, it must be Stockwell, the scorer from 6 yards. Martin Ling coming forward, he's got Fjørtoft there, chance here for Fjørtoft, must score this time, and he does! His first goal in English football. And Jan Fjørtoft has at last got one in the net, and he's delighted. Well, he's on his way back to Norway next month, going back on a loan period. Must score! Oh, tragedy for Swindon, tragedy for Hammond.
The Robins were out of the FA Cup, but the one consolation was that Jan Fjørtoft had finally broken his duck. Meanwhile, the new face at the heart of Swindon's defence was old stager Brian Kilcline, a new signing from Newcastle. John Gorman had decided to go for experience in his bid to plug the Robins' leaky defence. Kilcline made his Swindon debut in the home match against Spurs, a contest that turned out all right in the end after a disappointing start.
Kasky, good ball in, oh, must be a goal! Hammond couldn't hold it, and Nick Barmby thumps it into the back of the net. Much got the touch, Fjørtoft now, he's got past Collingwood, Fjørtoft's in on goal, is again! Well, that's the sort of finish that persuaded John Gorman to buy this man. His first goal here in Wiltshire, and the fans are really applauding. Bodin with his foot on the ball. Summerby there ready to have the strike. Moncur's there too. Kilcline coming up as well. He's driven in, it's headed away, it's there! Turned in by Whitbread, is it? 2-1 to Swindon Town.
Not the prettiest winner, but victory over Spurs was a great boost. It was a Robins' first win of 1994 and only their third in the Premiership.
What did John Gorman say he wanted you to do when he brought you?
He just wanted me to go out there and do what I think I'm good at. What I think I'm good at is geeing people up, keeping them going, and let them play the football around me. My idea of a good game, because I'm a lazy kind of person, is not to touch the ball.
If I'm having to touch the ball, that means we're under the cosh. But hopefully when we are under the cosh I can deal with it. But today I didn't have to do that much, and the lads played brilliant. The young lads, you know, it's a young side and they all performed really well.
A victory at the end, obviously a new defender has made a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I think the spirit made a big difference today. We've seen a lot of games, we played some great stuff. Going to the half-time 1-1 was, to be honest, a disgrace because we were much better than Tottenham. But the killer did very well, and perhaps it's the kind of player we need back there.
The win against Spurs meant Swindon had moved within 1 point of Oldham Athletic. Only 5 points now separated the bottom 5 clubs, and with 15 matches still to play, there was clearly still hope that relegation could be avoided. After 11 games without a goal, Jan Fjørtoft had now scored 2 in 2, and his stunning transformation continued against Coventry City.
Summerby with the corner kick. In comes Klein. Oh, it's there, is it? Fjørtoft, the scorer! Jan Fjørtoft makes it 2 goals in 2 home appearances. This is Scott, Moncur. And a penalty's being given against Atherton. Well, I can't say I'd have been inclined to have given that one straight away. We're 33 and a half minutes into the game. Fjørtoft against Grizovic. Oh, he's got it! The big keeper got his hands to it, but he couldn't hold it. Williams again. Enlove making the run on the right. Flynn the man down the middle. It's over the top for Derby. Derby's through on goal. He must score, and he does. Enlove comes out with the ball though, and this time Taylor clears. Scott finding Bowden. Nice layoff for Fjørtoft, but Atherton was in quickly. Haul up now. Fjørtoft. Atherton the man at his heels. Fjørtoft gets round the outside, goes down. The linesman's given the penalty. The referee wasn't going to commit himself, the linesman did. Where will he put this one? A battle of wills, a battle of concentration here between Steve Grizovic and Fjørtoft. And he's put it in the same place. Grizovic gets the other corner this time. And Swindon Town lead Coventry City by 3 goals to 1. Well, John, 2 wins on the trot, nice feeling.
Yeah, it's something that, to be fair, I'd like to have had a lot more this season, but it's nice, it breeds a bit of confidence, and to be fair, we've showed it all season that we will continue to play, and now things are going our way a little bit, because we kept believing in it. We're still on the bottom, which I find, hard to take. I'm a bit disappointed today, actually, because I felt that it was going to be our day, and after a win against Spurs and follow up another good win, and would have took us off the bottom of the table. But the good thing is that a lot of teams are coming closer, and a lot closer to us, and nobody's certain to go down now at all. I think the days will be gone when people are writing Swindon off, because we're becoming a hard team to beat.
3 days later, Swindon parted company with Craig Maskell. The striker, who 9 months earlier was one of the Robins' heroes at Wembley, was signed by Southampton for £250,000. Maskell scored on his Saints debut. Swindon, meanwhile, were given a thrashing at Villa.
Winterson, run by Townsend. Saunders. It's there!
Saunders went on to score a hat-trick with 2 penalties in Villa's 5-0 win. It was a much closer contest in the next match against Norwich. Frank McAvenny, signed on loan from Celtic, began his debut on the bench, while Jan Fjørtoft continued his hot scoring streak.
Some work here for Sutton to do. And he's got the better of Kilkine. Here's the dangerous Chris Sutton, and that will do for Norwich City.
Swindon then with a free kick. It's taken by Moncur. This is onside here, and Taylor has equalised. Swindon Town's captain getting a very, very quick equaliser and leading from the front. Sean Taylor, but Norwich City will have an inquest here about their supposed offside trap. They pushed forward, there was no flag, Taylor was in, he timed his run well. Colston was up there, now here's Sutton. And a goal by Rob Newman. Summerby, can Swindon grab an equaliser before the break? Here's Fjørtoft with a great chance, and a goal! Yes, they can! And Jan Fjørtoft is off into the jet stream with a goal to celebrate. 2-2 here. And here comes Swindon countering with Nicky Summerby. Not a lot of support at the moment. Takes on Walthorpe, gets in a good-looking cross to Fjørtoft, and that's another one for Swindon. Jan Åge Fjørtoft just can't stop scoring. 3-2 Swindon Town. Is this the day they climb off the bottom at last? Crook. Huge gaps appearing now in the midfield. Play flowing from one end to the other. Crook. Nicely measured, and it's hit the underside of the bar. Here's Goss, he must score. He has. It's 3-3.
Swindon have been just 7 minutes away from climbing off the bottom of the Premiership for the first time. Instead, a point when they'd drawn level with Sheffield United. Next came a relegation battle with everything at stake against one of their closest rivals for survival. The Robins arrived at Main Road just 2 points behind Manchester City. Again, victory would take them off the bottom.
Picked up by McMahon. McMahon losing out, and Taylor getting that one forward for Andy Much. He's got Vonk there, he's played it wide to Fjørtoft. Oh, superb finish by Fjørtoft. And Swindon take the lead in the 7th minute. Jan Fjørtoft. He took it beautifully when Much delivered him the ball. He took it round Vonk and then round goalkeeper Dibble. Corner then for Manchester City. Picked up here by Edgehill. Good ball in by Edgehill. Oh! An OG! Kevin Horlock got the touch. One he'll want to forget. 1-1 the score. McMahon. A run on here from Griffiths. Rocastle making a run inside. This is David Rocastle. Oh! He scored!
It was a crippling defeat for Swindon, but the real pain was the knowledge they could have taken all 3 points and moved off the bottom of the Premiership for the first time. It meant Swindon ended February level on points with Sheffield United, but trailing on inferior goal difference. More significantly, the Robins were now 6 points behind Manchester City in 19th place. The month of March began with a home match against West Ham United, one of the sides still striving for safety in the battle against relegation.
We were told 40 shirt, but it's number 32 he's wearing, and he gets the first shot in of the match, and that wasn't too far away. Frank McAvenny on target there. Burrows. Good ball through, but Chapman had got away. Morley again, he must score, he does! 1-0 to West Ham United. Heads it clear. Sean Taylor now driving forward. Sean Taylor, the captain, leading by example. Finds Gooden. Can he deliver the cross? He can do. It's not a bad one either. The header is there. 1-1. It had to be Fjørtoft. It was Fjørtoft. And Swindon Town have pulled it out of the fire. 3 minutes left. It's Swindon 1, West Ham United 1. It all stemmed from Sean Taylor. The determination he showed in winning that ball.
Once again, a never-say-die display by John Gorman's battlers. And once again, Jan Fjørtoft had made his mark. His 9th goal in 7 games, and Swindon a well-deserved point.
And what do you make of the Swindon side?
A good team. I mean, it was, I think, the winners today, in the first half anyway, must have been the supporters. I think it was like, I think it was one of the best games that I've played in for a long time. I thought we were all over West Ham. Second half they came out and played, you know, they came at us a bit. Yeah, but that time, my legs have sort of gone a little bit, and all credit to them, they came back.
Newcastle United next, a very difficult one. You going to have any players back for that one?
Possibly. Terry Finnix, he's got an injury as well as a suspension today, so we'll wait and see. Paul Bowden hopefully should be fit as well. Should be looking forward to see if he can train Monday. The swelling's went right out of his ankle, so there's a little bit more experience could be available. But obviously Brian Kilcline is still out of things, so you know we'll just have to wait and see.
You gave a good account of yourselves against Newcastle here earlier in the season, so can you get something up there, do you think?
Well, you know, Newcastle's a good side and they've got the crowd, they've got everything behind them, but we like playing teams like that. We like being the underdogs, you know, and we'll play Man United the next again weekend, we'll go out and have a real go, and I'm sure that day the fans will be absolutely electrifying, you know, which possibly could have been the way I'd like to have seen it today, which is difficult, I know, because they were bottom of the league, but they can be such a big help to us like they have been.
The away trip to Newcastle was the start of a daunting 4-match programme. Man United, Blackburn and Arsenal were to follow, and manager John Gorman must have had nightmares after this disastrous display. Robert Lee scored twice as Newcastle stormed to a 5-0 lead. It was a 77th minute before John Moncur finally got Swindon on the scoresheet. But Newcastle still hadn't finished, and Rule Fox completed the rout after goal number 6 from Watson. There's not much you can say about a 7-1 defeat. The surprise was that the Geordies' leading marksman Andy Cole had amazingly missed out on Newcastle's goals feast. John Gorman's reaction was to sign Loris Sanchez on a free transfer from Wimbledon. The veteran striker made his debut in the home clash of treble-chasing Manchester United.
One back by Nijholt, and then in turn by Pallister. Ince with the challenge, here's Hughes, Cantona. We managed to thread it through quickly into the path of Hughes. Kilcline couldn't cut it out. Here's Roy Keane, and that's number 1. It's taken just 12 minutes to arrive. A little bit of space for Frank McAvenny. Away from Parker. Not from Bruce though. Nijholt with a shot, took a deflection, it's in! Luke Nijholt has equalised for Swindon Town. And bottom of the table they may be, but they are made of stern stuff. It's his first ever goal for Swindon, his first ever goal in English football in fact. He took an almighty ricochet on the way through, and that's what defeated Schmeichel. But full marks to Swindon Town. Found its way to Keane, but Orlock stood his ground well. Irwin. Came off Somerby. McClare trying to make something of it. Ince! Oh! Beautifully struck. Beautiful goal. Schmeichel not only took it with consummate ease, but had set Manchester United going forward in the blink of an eye. Cantona tackled though by Moncur. Didn't like it, got it back. Oh, now referee was very, very close to that. Moncur lies on the ground. Cantona under the microscope again. Only he can truly know what happened. But Brian Hill, a referee who's had his moments with Manchester United in the past, has now got a pass sentence. Moncur tackled Cantona. Cantona reacted strongly, as a player must, and won it back. But it was the afters. That's what all the fuss is about. Now, here goes Brian Hill. over to the linesman on the far side. He's going to have a word with Jerry Lee. There's a card coming out. It's red, and Cantona goes. Taylor. In towards Scott. Michael comes, makes a punch. Chance for Whitbread, chance for Scott, chance for Sanchez, chance for Fjørtoft! It's 2-2! Swindon Town flying high. 8 minutes left to play, and Jan Åge Fjørtoft keeps his run going. His 10th goal in 9 matches since his recall to the side, and they all had a chance. 4 of them had a stab at it, and Fjørtoft it was who turned it in.
Fjørtoft gave Swindon a well-deserved point, but the post-match talking point was Eric Cantona's red card.
What was your view of the incident which led to Eric Cantona's dismissal?
It was just sort of a tackle that we went in for, and I was sort of tangled around his legs a little bit. And I mean, I couldn't quite see what happened, but you know, obviously he stamped on me. Whether or not he meant it, I couldn't really tell. But I was winded there for a little bit.
Did it hurt you?
Yeah, I mean, it took me breath away more than anything. Thankfully, there's no damage to the ribs, but it just took a little bit of time to get me breath back.
Has it left a mark of any kind?
Yes, a slight mark, but you know, luckily enough, it was straight on and it didn't sort of slice across my body. So,
after holding champions-elect Manchester United, Swindon made a dream start against the eventual runners-up Blackburn Rovers.
Fjørtoft running free, and Swindon are in front. A sensational start. A goal in 4 minutes for Jan Åge Fjørtoft, who is as hot as anybody in the country at the moment. 11 goals in his last 10 matches. And Blackburn have been shocked by the Norwegian World Cup player. Hendry tried to hold him back, but Fjørtoft went on and struck it confidently beyond a helpless Flowers. He went 22 games without a goal following his club record move, and now he can't stop scoring. Retaken by Lasso. Shearer. Shearer! They say he's been going through a goal drought. Well, it's over. Shearer. Charged down by Taylor. Back in by Bird. Sherwood! Blackburn go in front with a captain's goal from Tim Sherwood. Newell running free to his left. Ripley to his right. Ripley's cross. Hillcline's header. Ripley again, took a stumble, penalty. Myholt found guilty after a long, hard look by Calvin Morton. Currently 2 penalties amongst Alan Shearer's 29 goals this season. Oh, and Digby got to it, but couldn't keep it out. And Shearer makes it 3-1. And keeps the heat on Manchester United.
Fjørtoft's goal had taken his tally to 11 in 10 games, but once again Swindon had been outgunned. With only 7 matches remaining, the Robins were now 6 points adrift of second-bottom Sheffield United, and clearly they needed a big effort now to stay in the Premier League. John Gorman refused to throw in the towel, insisting 7 straight wins would do the trick, but despite a fight back at Highbury, that was never a realistic aim.
Dixon there, but nice little cross there, and it's a goal! Beautifully chipped in. Alan Smith, the scorer. Oh, and away go Swindon here. This is Moncur. Into the box he goes. A little bit of trickery there, and he's brought down, and that'll be a penalty. Davis, the offender. And Brian Hill points to the spot. Bowden makes it 1-1.
On Easter Monday, Tim Heald came on as substitute for injured Nicky Hammond, and his hesitation in the 69th minute gave Gordon Watson time to head home Sheffield Wednesday's winner. It was a blow which left Swindon down and just about out of the Premier League. But the Robins kept on fighting, and they took an early lead in their next match against Ipswich Town, a side still not out of the relegation dogfight.
Quick thing. Fjørtoft couldn't keep possession, but Moncur helped him out and has made himself some room. Good shot too, and not very well dealt with, and there is the goal from Fjørtoft. The run goes on for the Norwegian international. 20 games without scoring, came here in an FA Cup replay and scored, and now he does a little jig to celebrate 12 goals in 13 games. Swindon lead. Shot from Moncur was hard, accurate. Forrest was down, should have held it, and when he didn't, Moncur struck. Clearance completed, but it comes back again through Stockwell. Williams, Milton to his left, and over here now, Johnson. Not sure whether that was a shot or a pass. Cut out by Kilcline. Now, Marshall. Ipswich come back on terms.
Marshall's equaliser meant Swindon needed a win against Wimbledon to put off their inevitable relegation. But the Dons put the Robins out of their misery, beginning with a real gem from John Fashanu.
Fashanu winning it in the air. Gets in a speculative shot there. Oh, and he's beaten Nicky Hammond. 1-0 Wimbledon lead, 13 minutes gone. Paul Bowden then with the throw for Swindon. A lot of heads in there. It's knocked on. It's picked up here by Summerby. Oh, and he places it nicely past Hans Seegers. Summerby's 4th goal of the season, his 2nd in the Premiership. And it came from this throw from Bowden. Nicely knocked on by Scott. And Summerby plants it. Barton instigating another attack from Wimbledon. Robbie Earle's in at the near post. A mix up there between the keeper and Taylor, and Robbie Earle nets his 7th goal of the season. So Wimbledon still coming forward. Again the overlap from Barton. Good ball in, a mistake there. Oh, and Earle grabs a second. 3-1 Wimbledon lead. Summerby's corner. Oh, and OG. Warren Barton got the touch. And Swindon pull another goal back. A lot of jostling going on in the goal mouth here in the 6-yard box, and you can see there he dug that one into the back of the net. Hammond coming, took it nicely. Not fully fit, Nicky Hammond. Putting on a brave performance here. The chase is on. Away goes Holdsworth. Holdsworth with a shot. Holdsworth with a goal. 9 minutes left for play. And that surely killed it for Swindon.
You've put a brave face on for a long time now, but now relegation is a reality.
Yeah.
It must be hurting.
I was hurting today, so badly hurting, but I would have accepted going down like we had to, because inevitable in the end of the day, because of the points, was probably going to happen. But I would like to have, like I said, we want to play every game from now at the end of the season, because our last 4 games have been excellent against Arsenal, Man United, Blackburn, you know, Sheffield Wednesday, and even Ipswich. You know, the total commitment and good, great football along with it. But well, today wasn't our. Today it was a poor performance by our standards, and yet, you know, people say, well, what standards have we got? But we've tried to set a standard, at least having a belief in how we want to play. But today we didn't reach that standard.
4 days after relegation had been confirmed, the Robins faced a trip to Stamford Bridge, where old boss Glenn Hoddle was looking forward to an FA Cup final against Manchester United.
This is Clark. Nice Ball through. Oh, and a trip there and a penalty given. Luke Nyholt, the offender. This is Dennis Wise. 1-0 to Chelsea. 25 minutes gone. So into Spencer. Beautifully taken by Spencer. Through to Peacock. Peacock scores.
Peacock's goal confirmed a double defeat at the hands of Glenn Hoddle's Chelsea. But Swindon still had one more opportunity to claim their first away win in the Premier League. And it came against Chelsea's West London neighbours, Queen's Park Rangers.
Now Scott, that'll be a booking. No. Alan McCarthy took Scott down, and it'll be a free kick in a very interesting position now for Swindon. Well, they won't get closer than this in a free kick situation. Comes over, oh, runs across and it's in! Swindon Town, quite remarkably, have taken the lead. The ball ran across the face of the area, and it was Sean Taylor who got the goal. Comes in, Ferdinand is there. Ferdinand! It's 1-1. Comes across, and the header straight at Tony Roberts. And it was from Terry Fennick. Now Wilkins. Oh, and Wilkins giving it away. Good play. That was excellent play by Swindon Town. Here's Bowden. Comes in and the header. Oh, it's off the bar. And now in. Goal. Swindon have scored again. What an absolute farce in the area for Queen's Park Rangers. It's Jan Fjørtoft who scores the goal for Swindon Town. QPR 1, Swindon 2 now, with 14 minutes to go. Bowden comes in now. It's gone in, it's 3-1. And that is curtains now for Rangers. What a disaster at the back again.
Amazingly, Swindon's final away match had ended with their first away win in the Premier League. Over 17,000 fans were at the county ground for the Robins' final match in the top flight, and the afternoon began on a happy note for John Moncur. Moncur, the popular choice as Swindon's Player of the Year. But there was nothing to celebrate on the pitch, as Leeds United gave Swindon a lesson in finishing.
Wallace, oh what a good effort that is, it is there, Dean turns it in. Wallace tried the shot from an impossible angle, it went straight across the goal. This is Scott, oh and Scott just unable to find Horlock. Brian Dean now, the scorer of the goal that separates these two sides. Wallace, and making the run on the far side, Gary Kelly, the right back. Good ball in, the shot from White, oh! And Paul Heel beaten. Wallace and Strachan. What a ball from Strachan to Dean. Wallace running through the middle. Here's Wallace. Oh, so simple. 3-0 Leeds United win. It's almost as if they just switch on to fifth gear. Leary out to Strachan over the top. No offside. He was certainly onside there. And away goes Whelan. Chance here for Dean. Oh, it's there. Brian Dean makes it 4-0. For some reason, Keith Scott didn't feel that he had the right angle there. Maybe he felt there was a colleague behind him. It was only a Leeds player. Away goes Gary Kelly. Bowden racing to get back with him. Oh, it's there. Fairclough, the scorer. And that's the 100th goal that Swindon Town have conceded in the Premier League.
Well, John, I mean, we know the quality of the Premiership, and really, you know, you've been trying to to tackle it with players that haven't really got experience at that level.
Yeah.
So it's been a tough job. Have you found it's got on top of you at all?
Well, I got through many hard times, but we managed to bounce back. You can't bounce back after this one until next season. That's the frustrating thing. We can only prove ourselves now when the season starts. We get the summer under our belts, get a lot of rest. They've worked hard, the lads. I mean, it's been a lot. Their pride's been jolted as well many times, but we've kept bouncing back with great performances. But we've lost too many goals, and you just seem to be that every time a mistake is made. Keith Scott's tried the right thing, and it's just laid a ball off, and they've broke away, and they've ended up scoring. And that's the difference in this league. If you make the simplest mistake sometimes, boom, up they go with pace and quality and finish you off. We've had, as I said, many chances like that today and didn't finish them off. And I know I keep saying it, but that has been the big difference in this league. And I'm hoping that that what we've learned from this year, obviously we've got to tighten up considerably when we're in the first division. But we will make the chances because we always pass the ball. That's one thing. We'll always create chances, as we've done it week in, week out. I don't think there's been a game this season where we've come off and said we didn't make a chance.
Looking back on the season, what's been the highlight for you? Which game did you enjoy most?
Obviously beating Tottenham because I come from Spurs. But I mean, there's been a few very good performances and from the team. It's just a shame that we haven't quite nicked the results where we've drew certain games, such as Liverpool. That was a good game, and maybe Sheffield Wednesday away as well. But at the end of the day, we've learned a lot, I think, and hopefully we can carry that through next year.
How will you get away from it now during the summer?
Well, probably everyone want to get away and go on holiday, I think, and because it's been a very hard season for us, and it seems like it's been a very long season.
Obviously, it's going to be very difficult next season because there's only one automatic promotion.
That's right, 1 up and 4 in the playoffs. I mean, we know what the playoffs are like, so if we go for the playoffs, I don't think we mind too much, whatever. But I mean, the priority obviously is to get up again. I mean, because there's no better league to play in.
A look at the final table showed that Swindon Town had finished 10 points adrift at the bottom of the table. The Robins' first ever taste of life in the top flight had been a short one. But Swindon's season in the Premiership was a great experience for everyone at the county ground. The question now is, could John Gorman and his men bounce back?
Well, I've got to get a break now, but I mean, at this present time, and I said that's the last thing on my mind, but we've got a game Monday night, we'll get that out of the way, and then we'll take toll of the season. We've still got some young players to speak to about contracts. There's no major players out of contract, so that's one good thing. And we'll just see what's around the corner. But we're just going to, all have a good rest, because that's important for the players as well, to get a right good rest and come back ready to go for next season.
Will there be any money available to strengthen the side?
Only if we sell somebody, and if we do sell somebody this time, at least it's somebody that we not want to sell, but could maybe make the difference between getting a couple of really good players in.
We leave you with a final look at the contest that proved that on their day, Swindon Town had the skill to match any club, including double winners Manchester United.